Look. Oh. Hey, banana. You guys, it has been a while since we've talked, and I'm sorry. But welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for being here today. I appreciate it so much. It's time, though, that we have a serious discussion about Silk songs. The infamous Song of Silk. Now, there hasn't been much to talk about lately, since the re-announcement of it being a game and the confirmation that it's coming out this year. Since then we've had, the museum thing, which is really cool. It means we're getting it by September 16th. Yeah, that's about it. There's been some weird little updates, some little things behind the scenes, but I don't like data mine stuff. We can talk about, all sorts of speculation and whatnot, but people breaking into systems and stuff is just kind of weird to me, and I don't really want to talk about that type of stuff. There's still signs. There's still signs of life that Silksong is coming very, very soon. And now, if you ask me, I still think like this last month would have been one of the best opportunities for Silksong. But it's May 29th as I record this, 5:28 p.m. and no Silksong. And Night Rain comes out tonight, so like it's not coming out in May, of course. But everyone seems to think June, which is what we got to talk about, because you guys, the Switch 2 is dropping in a week, and Mario Kart comes out, and then Summer Games Fest is the next day, which is going to unveil like upwards of like 30 games. Alert, I am recording this later in the video, but I meant to put this in the beginning. Summer Games Fest put out their round 1 partnerships, and Team Cherry's not on it. And looking back at last year's round 1 partnership, it's like everybody on there showed up. So it was like 50 partners, so a lot of it is like sponsorship stuff as well, and just people that are involved and people advertising other companies that may not even be creating games. But everybody there showed up. Now, I'm going to double check, but I don't think anyone showed up that wasn't on the list, which has me worried. Like, the whole deal with Summer Games Fest that you have to submit a logo and be on that list. But anyway, Team Cherry is not on the list. And that just seems a little scary, and I don't necessarily think that they should be on the list. Like, it'd be way smarter for them to not be on the list and then just show up, but it just got me thinking, Jeff Keighley said, I think it's going to be a while. And that really sucked to hear last year, Good thing he hasn't denied it yet. But, you guys, it doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel right. Nothing about this feels right. Why do we just know now that it's coming in June and we actually don't have anything concrete? Why are we so sure? We've been here before. We've been here as Skongers. Like, there's nothing really sinking this for me. Now, look, the only real Silksong news we have gotten has been revolved around this museum. And that is September 16th. Now, I'm sure some people are planning to go. I'm sure, at least one or two fellow Hollow Knight YouTubers will be in attendance at this museum exhibit. I honestly am kind of considering trying to make a way to it. I've never traveled out of the country, but I might try to get a passport and save up some money and see if I can pull it off. I don't know. I doubt I will, but it's got me thinking. Just, aside from, me really not feeling good about June and just feeling like, oh, this all seems too good to be true. When things are too good to be true, it often is because it is. And then there's also the fact of Deltarune coming out June 5th, which is a major game. Like, there's stuff coming out that's major. But anyway, I think that it's interesting that the museum has been our only source of news. Now, what I also think could be interesting is if there's some sort of like out of respect for the museum, it would be really cool to use the museum as like a marketing tool. You know, Silksong News is so rare, so needed, and for the museum to be the ones to give us that brings a lot of attention to the museum. So now in my mind, I'm thinking, what if the game is coming out a little bit closer to that? It would draw a lot of attention to that damn exhibit, which would be amazing. And now selling out that exhibit, you know, and it's going to be a long time exhibit. So it's like bringing a lot of attention to that is cool, you know, and whatnot, you know, and that doesn't seem like a marketing tactic per se. But I'm just really scared that June is going to come and go just like May did, just like every other month has gone by. You know, and with June being such a busy month, it's bound to fly a little bit faster than normal. Now, Xbox still has an event, which is honestly where I'm putting all my stock now. Like, I really don't think Summer Games Fest is going to be there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys still hopeful? Do you guys think next week we're going to get news? I know a lot of people are big on this June 20th date. But I don't know. I'm turning to a doubter. You guys, as the closer we get, the more of a doubter I become. And I'm sorry, because I've tried to be the ultimate believer, but it's just, you know, I don't doubt that it's going to come. It's just, all this seems too good to be true. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. And I'll see you next time.